Hey, it's your host, Agumon here today, and today we're going to be power scaling debug characters, and we're going to compare them to anime characters to see like where do they match in like the Naruto universe, the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, Dragon Ball Z, etc. Right? Now, my bad if stuff isn't correct in this video. It's my first time ever doing like calculations and shit like that, but let's just start off with speed, which should be pretty easy to calculate. Now, most of the time, whenever we're like looking at debug characters, they run at a pretty normal human speed, right? Like, it's not anything really too impressive. Now, maybe with things such as Lightning Cloak, like potions, maybe talents that increase your like speed after sliding, if you combine all those together, maybe you can hit like 5 to 3 times faster than like the average debugging character. So let's just say like the average fast athletic human runs like around 20 miles per hour. 20 times 5 to 3 is like 60 to 100 miles per hour, which you're actually starting to hit that like subsonic range where it's like 10% or 5% of the speed of sound, but still nothing really that crazy. However, when it comes to reaction / combat speed though, this actually changes things quite a bit. So let's just look at what debugging characters can dodge. They can dodge weapons like swords, axes, but really they can also dodge things like flintlocks and dragoons and revolvers. Now I'm going to take the flintlock because I'm pretty sure it's the fastest out of these three. If we look at the average speed of like a flintlock, like the muzzle velocity of the bullet, it's around 1,000 feet per second, right? And so in order to be able to dodge the bullet, you have to be able to react to the bullet coming to you, because you can dodge it backwards and move out the way, and you can also move your hand to like parry it. You have to be able to actually see it coming and react to it. So if we convert like the feet per second into like miles per hour, we get around 660 miles per hour for the combat speed in order to be able to dodge or parry a flintlock bullet, right? And every debugging character, including freshies, can do this. And the speed of sound is also just around 760 miles per hour. So that means we're around like 85 to 90% of the speed of sound, which puts us like at a subsonic plus level of speed of combat. And to be honest, this would maybe be in line with like early, very early shonen series, like maybe the start of Naruto. That's pretty impressive. There's like some sound ninja that can use literal sound attacks. Maybe a debug character would be able to dodge and parry those. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. Now, to be honest, you could even make the argument that, debugging characters can dodge lightning, right? Because there are literal lightning strikes in the game, but I'll refrain from using that. Maybe I'll do that in another video. Next, let's cover the attack potency. There's actually quite a different number of ways we can tackle this. Maybe we can look at like the things we can break in the game with like mantras, and I think that's obviously going to be like the best way we can cover here. Mainly strong left too, because like a lot of people look at strong left as it does a lot of damage. It can break a lot of things, so we're just going to use a strong left that's level 5. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things we can break in debugging, but I think the easiest way for us to scale just how powerful and just how much we can break with the strong left would be to use this very specific wall that's right under Etria. This wall is around maybe, I'd say, like just looking at it, 40 to 50 times bigger of the volume than like average human. But first we'd have to do some calculations. Now, after doing a bit of the calculations, all I really did was I took the cubic meters, or the force required to break a cubic meter of stone, and applied that to like a human, and just did some multiplying. I can show you the calculations if you want in the description down below. But basically what I'm going to say is that I figured out that the volume of the wall is 60 to 70 times that of the debugging character. And since one human of like, just say there's like a human stone, it takes around 300 to 1,200 tons of force to break. That means a strong left would deal 19,000 to 87,000 tons of force to break. You guys might be like, what the hell are you talking about, Agamotsu? I do not know what these numbers mean. Basically, as a reference, a pro boxer can punch at around 1,000 pounds of force. If we convert our tons of force to pounds of force, this means that our strong left is 37,000 to 175,000 times stronger than most pro boxers' strongest punches, right? So if you take like the joules of the energy of like a strong punch of like a boxer, for example, or like some athletic person who can fight, it's around 400 joules, right? And we can use this multiplication of 37,000 to 175,000 times stronger than the pro boxer's punches to figure out just how much joules of energy we're doing, right? Which is 14 million to 70 million joules of energy. You guys might be like, okay, Agamotsu, what do all these numbers mean? This means that our attack potency of our strong left, and it also includes Fireblade, Air Force, because these things can also break the wall, right? Anything that can break that wall would be around high wall level to small building level, which you guys might be like, okay, well, that's not really much compared to Naruto characters. And that's true. Most Naruto characters are like city block level. They can like fucking destroy large buildings in terms of their attack potency. But at least we are, a debugging character, us, we're maybe like kind of relevant a little bit at the start of Naruto. We can do a little something. Finally, we can cover durability. Durability is actually a little bit easier to calculate. Basically, the idea is in order to throw a punch, your arm has to be able to take the force in order to like throw the punch, right? So basically, Newton's third law, right? If you guys know what that is. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that a character can take multiple strong lefts, right? And since a strong left is high wall level to small building level, this just means that, let's just say, most characters can take 4 to 10 strong lefts, depending on your health, since it, you know, it varies quite a bit. We can say that our durability is just 4 to 10 times our attack potency, right? Which even then, it only really still puts us at small building level. Again, like if you actually want to destroy a fucking big building, it takes a lot of force to be able to break it. So it makes sense, and it also kind of lines up with, you know, debug in general. Like a strong left can, you know, break parts of a building, and we can only take a few punches from that. It makes sense, right? It makes sense, right? Now, of course, there are things you can do to edit your mantras to make them stronger, like putting vibrant gems to be able to break more things. But even if we give the benefit of the doubt and say that, like, oh, putting all the vibrant gems on our strong left makes it 3 times stronger, it still only lands us in like the small building category, or barely putting us in the building category itself, not small building, but the building category for durability. And even with high balling of calculations, which is like more multipliers, we don't really exceed this range. So what does this mean? Does this mean that a debug character can box up Rock Lee? No, we'd probably get speed blitzed by Rock Lee, or most characters, but at least in, you know, any start of an anime, any start of a shonen, we'd be like that relevant thug that, you know, the main character has to defeat. But until we like start seeing some more stronger abilities, maybe in the Layer 2 update, we're pretty ass in most anime. But hey guys, I mean, it's pretty cool. At least we can fucking destroy a building a little bit. That's gonna be all for the video. I just wanted to power skill characters because I thought it'd be cool. Let me know your thoughts down below if you want more videos like this, and subscribe if you enjoy, man. I'm happy to debate some of you guys in the comments. Peace.